Hey, so Ash and I just finished eating. He came over with his rub. We had some chicken cutlet. We had some skirt steak. We didn't have any sides, no vegetables, no potatoes. We just was carnivores eating meat, and it was incredible.
So
man.
good.
It was so good.
I forgot how good it is on a charcoal grill.
Look, the green eggs, they
green
deliver,
egg
man.
Good.
So people in New Jersey, man, because a lot of people who watch this are going to live in Jersey. They can buy it where? Like exclusively, where can they buy this?
At Oakland Hardware in Oakland, New Jersey.
Big K's rub. And tell me, like, how did you even get started with this rub? How'd you decide to do the rub?
Well, we are in the supermarket industry. Well, I grew up in the supermarket business, and me and my brother, we were managing one supermarket, and we were renovating the store, redoing the deli and everything. So we decided we wanted to do rotisserie chicken.
Nice.
And yeah, because nobody in the neighborhood had it. It
Okay.
was on Northern Avenue, by the way. And nobody was doing rotisserie, so we wanted to do it. So when they brought us the rotisserie chicken that we get our meat from, it was in a brine and it was very bland. And we didn't like that. So we tried to season it up a little bit, you know, simple stuff, salt and pepper and whatever. And then it went from that to, let's add some garlic, let's add onion powder, let's add paprika, let's add this, let's add that, da da da. And next thing you know, it's like we're going 6, 7, about like 8 months roll by, and you know, we go back and forth, and we ended up with a season that was very close to what I have now. The only thing is, like, when we had it, it was like close to perfection. We were like, it's good, but I feel like we're missing something.
Yeah, I hear that.
You know, and then they sent me something by accident. They wouldn't take it back, so I decided to throw it into the seasoning. And when I did,
that was it.
That was the tipping point.
Right. Who was the first person outside of like the store and outside of your family that you let try it that actually really enjoyed the rub?
Other than you?
Yeah.
Actually, it was like customers that I've known from Northern Avenue in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The guy around the corner, his name is John.
Mm-hmm.
When we were cooking the chicken the first time, he walked in and the whole store smelled like this aroma. And he came over and was like, hey, what is that? And we're like, oh, this is our seasoning. Mm-hmm. And he goes, we just put it on. We didn't have a name for it. We didn't know what we were doing.
Right.
It's just one of those, like, yeah, we just put it on the chicken. So he bought the rotisserie to try it. Comes back the next day and he goes, oh, man, he goes, can I get a little bit? I'm doing a barbecue and I want to try to put it on burgers and like whatever.
Right.
So we gave it to him. He comes back the next day and he goes, oh my God. He goes, try it on the burger. He goes, and I put it on a I think, not pork chops or something. I forgot what it was. Like a steak or something. And he goes, oh my God, it was so good. So me and my brother look at each other like, really? So we're like, all right, whatever.
There you go.
So, and the same day, my brother ordered a bunch of pies, because usually on Sundays what we would do is we would feed the workers on Sundays. So he ordered like 4 pies, different varieties. And me and him are back in the deli and we're eating. And I was going to put adobo, because we had a broken canister of adobo. But then I like looked over and I grabbed the seasoning and I put it on the pizza. My brother looked at me like, he goes, oh my God. Took a bite and I was just like, bro, you got to try this. He's like, yeah, bullshit. So he ends up trying it. And he was just like, oh shit, it's pretty good.
I love that, man.
So that's how it started. When we realized maybe we got something. And then
got something.
And then another customer, he comes back, John comes back the next day, a couple days later, and he's like, oh my God, it was so good. He goes, can I get some more? So we gave him. As we're giving him, another customer we know, she's like, what are you guys giving out? We're like, oh, we're just giving them a sample of the seasoning. And she goes, can I get some? Gave her some.
There we go.
And then another customer was like, oh, what do you got? Let me get some. And it was like, you know, like a good, like 7, 8 customers that we knew. And I'm talking for like 20, 30 years.
So you got history with them, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, they're like family. So they kept coming back. Can we get a little more? Can we get a little more? So I turned to my brother and I was like, we should try it. So we started trying it on stuff at home.
Right.
I tried it on salmon.
I love salmon.
I come back the next day and I'm like, you got to try it on the salmon. So he goes, I'm going to try it. He comes back and he goes, oh, I tried it on the steak. And then he goes, oh, I tried it on this. And I'm like, I tried it on Brussels sprouts. He's like, I did it on potatoes. And we kept going back and forth. And then we were like, I think we got something here.
Absolutely.
You know, and then we were like, let's figure out what's going to cost to, you know, to package it, label it, and sell it. And then COVID hit, and, you know, we put that on the back burner.
How did you guys come up with the name, though? Like, in all that time, like, how did you come up with Big K's?
Well, I named it after my brother, who passed away because, you know, me and him were doing it together. Yeah. He ended up dying of COVID pneumonia.
Damn.
And, you know, so in memory of him, I figured, why not? name it after my brother.
But what a legacy, man, to have something named after him. He lives on, you know, through all the love and effort you put into the Big K's rub, man. He lives on.
Yeah, man.
You know what's funny, man? I don't know if I look like him in person, but when people see that label, they're like, "Is that your rub?" I was like, "No, that's not me." I was like, "I'm not quite that light." That ain't me, because I use it so much.
Yeah.
Dude, I use it. I'm always talking about it because
You know what the funny thing is?
What's up?
You were the first person I sent it to, but you were away. So you had it in your mailbox for like a week. I forgot where you ended up going away with Michelle for somewhere. I forgot what it was. And then I ended up giving it to Tony.
Yep.
I drove up and gave it to Tony. I gave it to Hazer. So they were the first ones to try it. You were the first one to get it, though.
Well, let me tell you what. Since I've been using it, I put that shit on. I literally do, man. And sometimes, you see me, man. I'll have a competition. Like, I'll have a Chipotle rub and put it up against your rub. And people might think I'm biased, but when I'm like, man, this is so good, so flavorful, man.
I'll tell you,
it never disappoints.
Now
man.
I understand why when you do your videos,
Yes,
yeah,
you get it.
Now I get
Off
it.
the grill.
Now I get it.
You get it, man.
I was like, oh my God.
That's my trademark. And Michelle laughs at me because I'm always like, that shit is so good. But listen, man, it is what it is. So what's your vision like? I know you put it on the shelf during COVID and you picked it back up. Let's call it 5 years from now. Ideally, where would you like to see the rub? What would you like to see it doing 5 years from now?
Coast to coast. I want it everywhere.
Everywhere.
I want everybody jumping on it.
Listen, man.
And just to let you know, I do have 3 other flavors in the works.
Are you willing to talk about them now? Or is that
Later date?
Later date, okay. But right now, if somebody wanted to buy it in New Jersey, they go to Oakland Hardware. We love Oakland Hardware. That's where I buy my green egg, all my stuff for my green eggs and all my seasoning.
If Oakland Hardware is too far for you,
Yep.
you can go to bigksrub.com.
There you go. Order it, have it delivered, have it shipped right to your house. Talk about